was dark and cloudy December mid-afternoon when someone mysteriously called my office. Ducer, Deuces, P.I. on Jefferson Avenue and Rose Street. They were tipping me off about the biggest humidifier company in the world, Mist Airy. Shortly after their call, I was at their very door. The door was locked, so I decided to knock. On further inspection, the door was push, not pull. I walked into the dank, murky building, and a young, energetic entrepreneur walked up to me to shake my hand.
Hello, Mr. Ducer. I am Victoria Timothy. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. It's a difficult name. Anywho, I would like to show you to my office and talk privately.
This dame sounded like the mysterious voice I heard over the phone, yet the tremble seemed to have vanished. Seems to have vanished? Should I be in past or present tense?
Past.
The broad also had no sense of boundaries. Who breaks into a man's narration? Very suspicious. I have to inspect the area before we talk.
I'll be waiting in my office.
I walked over to the beautiful dame at the reception desk. She took a sip of coffee. No sugar. Questionable.
Hi, I'm Isabel Miyagi. Welcome to Mist Airy, where we put the fun in fun humidifier. How can I help you?
I only have one question for you, sweetheart. What's a pretty doll face such as yourself doing in a place like this? Ha! My fiance. Thanks for the life story, pal, but I'm in the middle of a conversation. I was alluding to the fact that we are engaged. Yeah, right on, Buster. Just cracking a couple of jokes. Now, this guy was pretty suspicious, getting all defensive like I tried to steal his girl or something.
Wait, detective, I'd be careful of Victoria. I mean, she's pretty brutal. 6 assistants in 3 months. And I thought I was a diva. Anyway, good luck.
I made my way over to Victoria Timothy's office, but before I got there, a man came up to me looking distraught. Excuse me, sir, you look distraught.
Darn tootin'! I'm darn mad! She nearly fired me for leaving the toilet seat up after cleaning the bathroom! I need this job to support my wife and piglets. I miss the old CEO. He was a pretty stand-up guy. Besides all those accounts of tax evasion. I just wish I could have a new boss already. Too bad she's so young and healthy.
Funny, you think water would be in the air, not tension.
That was Byron's standard. He's the only janitor we could afford. He used to be a rodeo stud back in the day. Back before Wrangler Town Barn and Grill closed down back in '88. You know, I wouldn't worry about him if I were you, if I had your lady shoes. He wouldn't hurt the fly. Too bad Victoria isn't a fly, eh?
I thought it was common knowledge she wasn't a fly. Perhaps there was a language barrier. It's been too long since I brushed up on my French.
I thought it was obvious that I was Russian. You know, because of my heavy Russian accent. Because I'm Russian.
Yeah, shall I meet with Miss Timothy?
Right this way.
Even at that very moment, I had no idea what I was walking into. The next day. The next day. I made my way back to Mist Airy to tie up a few loose ends, but I decided I might need some backup, so I called in an old assistant associate, Sidney Kick.
My best friend and colleague didn't seem to realize that I could hear him the whole time. And also didn't seem to realize that when you use the last of the coffee filters, you should replace them and not leave them alone like a degenerate.
For some reason, she thought she could start narrating out of nowhere. Narration was only done by Dennis Ducer himself. Everyone knows that. Besides, I don't even drink coffee.
If I were to be honest, I wasn't liking the defensive and suspicious tone.
A sudden commotion stopped that wretched noise equal to that of a fork in a blender.
Pickle my boots! You'll never believe what I stumbled upon! Victoria Timothy is dead!
What exactly happened?
I went into her office to give her a piece of my mind, but when I opened the door, she was dead! There was a knife in her stomach!
Everyone, stay calm. Has anyone entered or exited the building since Miss Timothy's arrival?
Not a soul. Also, by the looks of things, she's been lying there all night.
Sid, you keep watch. Don't let anyone exit or enter the room. I'm going to inspect the body, and upon my return, I will interrogate every last one of you until I find the culprit. Now, let's start with the leading suspect, Byron Stander. Where were you the night of the murder?
I went down to the rodeo to ride a couple of bulls. Simultaneously, I might add.
Wait a second. Wranglertown Barn and Grill? Because a little Russian birdie told me that that's been closed since 1988.
I went down to the local jump street to relive my rodeo days. I was the best cow wrangler this side of the Mississippi back in my day.
What about the body? Did you really just stumble upon it? Or did you just point it out to try and cover up your tracks?
The body looked like it had been there all night. Besides, why would I raise the alarm for a crime that I committed?
Maybe that's just what you want us to think.
Yeah, because I'm innocent.
He was making some good points. Your defense is shaky at best. I'll let you go for now, but I'll keep my eye on you. Send in the next suspect.
How about I take this next one, Ducer?
How are you gonna crack them? By annoying them? Have at it, rookie.
Take a seat, but don't actually take it, unless you're a criminal!
I was going to sit down.
Yeah, sure. That works too. Where were you the night of the murder?
After my shift, I went to Russian bar.
What is that? Some kind of crime ring?
No, a bar for Russians. They only let Russians in. All the bodyguards are Soviet. Anyway, it's a great place to pick up lots of chicks, bro. And the Russian ladies.
Yeah, okay. Likely story. Send in the next suspect. I totally nailed that.
It was rookie work.
Oh, you're kidding me. You're innocent for now. I nearly got him with that chair line, too.
To save you from more embarrassment, I'll take the next one.
Actually, I was thinking I'd take the next one. I'm on a hot streak.
How about we work together? Combine forces.
Work together? Sort of like best friends?
Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just focus on the case. Now, tell me, where were you? Why there two of you? There should only be one.
As if you're going to interrogate my fiancée without me by her side. Douglas, was it?
It's Detective Dennis Ducer. But that's Detective D. Ducer to you.
But that's Sid Kick to you!
But that's Raymond Charles Herrings IV to you. Or Ray, I don't really care either way.
And I believe I've already met you, fair lady. Isabel Miyagi, was it? Or shall I say, Isabel Meow?
No. Isabel Miyagi.
Where were you the night of the murder?
Isabel was getting mani-pedis with her mother, and I was at the homeless shelter after working late. The organization is called the Homeless Shelter for Homeless People. I help there most Tuesday nights.
A likely story. Someone like you, who is lesser than I, would never help people. You probably only help the homeless to brag about it. I, on the other hand, would never brag about how I help feed the starving children of Africa, and have probably donated a rough estimate of $10,000. Although money's not something I think about, it's just something I have an abundance of.
You're a detective. How do you have an abundance of money?
From my baked goods business called Good Cookie Baking Company.
I never knew you baked.
I have quite the green thumb.
Well, we are saving up a lot for our dream wedding, but Ray's the COO. I'm just a receptionist. And by the way, I can make my own pastries. Thank you very much.
Now, let me ask you a question. Say that Ray were to go to jail. On a scale of 1 to 10, how heartbroken would you be? 1 being you realized he was an awful guy. 10 being you loved him, but you could get over him.
I don't see how this relates to the case.
Why don't you want me to solve the case? Where were you the night of the murder?
I was just, at home and I shouldn't even be a suspect.
No one can be ruled out.
Well, in that case, where were you the night of the murder? I heard you were the last one seen with her. I heard you two talked for hours.
Victoria Timothy had reason to believe that someone was sabotaging Mist Airy. After our meeting, I made my way back to the hungry orphans, made another generous donation, and swiftly went home to gather my thoughts on the matter. I left Victoria Timothy in perfect health.
Weren't they hungry African children?
African orphans?
Sorry to interrupt. But I gotta take this call. Being the CEO now and everything.
Ray, don't leave me alone here with these people. I'm pretty sure that one box dyes her hair.
Sorry, man. I got business to attend to, being the CEO now and everything. Because I'm like the CEO now. Pretty big stuff.
And an even bigger wallet.
Huh?
Nothing.
Not as big as my purse, though. The pure amount of money I obtain is so exorbitant. I bought a hot tub made of tweed.
That's just a bad investment.
Tell that to the African orphan children. Actually, I'll tell them myself on one of my numerous visits.
What's your relationship with Victoria Timothy?
Me and Victoria got along pretty well, except the fact that she took my parking spot last week. I had to walk an extra
you. What are you doing this Friday?
I don't see how that relates to the case.
What if she's going to a murderer's convention? Anyways, like, are you free or?
Oh, no, actually, Ray's taking me to dinner to celebrate his new promotion.
I've heard enough. You are free to go. The dame was obviously sending me some clear signals, but if only Ray weren't in the way. Hey, I'm a poet, and I didn't even realize it. I just can't figure it out.
Still working to crack the case, eh?
No, I'm trying to figure out a 9-letter word for someone who solves mysteries.
Detective!
Yep,
No, I mean,
I got it. Scooby-Doo. And I solved the murder.
It's been 30 minutes.
When you know, you know. You know? Now, send in everyone, and I will now reveal who the murderer was.
What in the hee-hay's going on? What is the meaning of this?
Ridiculous. I've gathered you all here today under the notion that one of you is hiding a very big secret.
what is that voice?
My accusing voice. Now, I have reason to believe that it was you, Way Hewing.
Are you gonna tell us what he did?
I was waiting for thunder to crash. You didn't really go to the homeless shelter for homeless people, did you? You actually... Hello. No. No. I said I couldn't deliver tonight.
Deliver?
Deliver dead bodies? Fine. I admit it. I don't work at the homeless shelter for homeless people. I knew it! It's a part-time job at Domino's.
Domino's?
Really?
I love pizza!
I knew that the whole time.
I didn't.
Which really means you're innocent?
What made you stoop so low?
Please, Isabel. You see, the family company, we've been losing business ever since my dad decided to invest 30% of our finances into Beanie Babies, just hoping they'd make a comeback. This board would have shut it down, but they liked his enthusiasm or something. Anyway, my friend from business school, he got me a part-time job at Domino's. I've been working there ever since to help out the family business. Isabel, please, forgive me?
I'm gonna need some time to think about this.
Thanks for the life story, pal, but that's not really why I've gathered you. I have reason to believe that one of you is not really who you say you are.
Fine! Admit it! I'm not actually Russian! My name is Dylan Anderson and I'm from SoCal, but like, East SoCal. I lied on my application because like, all bodyguards are Russian and I like, really wanted this job, dude. And also it helps the ladies, you know. Yeah, makes sense. I can feel that.
I called.
I may surprise you, but I lied on my application a second time. I'm not actually 7'2".
That's
I went back to my apartment and I put on some beach noises and I stood on my surfboard in my room and I was catching those vibes of the goals, you know. And then I turned on the TV and was watching some old surfer comps, man.
That's not the reason I gathered you here today. I have reason to believe that it was you, Byron Stander.
Fine! I admit it. Wait, what did I do?
You murdered Isabel Miyagi.
Victoria Timothy.
Victoria Timothy. Sorry, doll, I didn't mean that.
There's been a murder!
You literally found the body.
Oh, yeah, right. Wait, did I kill her? Oh, no, wait, no, I couldn't have killed her. I was practicing my hip-hop routine.
Yeah. Really? Why don't you show us your moves?
I can't. In the rodeo community, it's the highest disgrace to practice hip-hop, considering the barn was torn down to build up Mr. Smooth's Funky Town Moves. But no one has to know. A 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, me riding in town. My name's Byron Stander. My cousin Sally has no teeth. I rap better than Cardi B. B probably stands for butt ugly. I dance better than MC Hammer. MC probably stands for something lovely. Have y'all met my favorites? They are mighty fine. Have y'all met my wife? Good. She's mine.
We have video.
I'm gonna watch that over and over.
I really wish you just would have murdered someone. But if it's not you, then it's the only final suspect. You! You're the only one without an alibi.
Fine. If you really must know, I was making this matching friendship bracelet.
Oh.
Yeah, it was gonna be your Christmas present, but since you found it.
Cool beans. I've got warm beans, hot beans, like your bean temperature is. But then, is it me?
Get a grip! Oh my gosh, I cracked this case hours ago. At 6:45. At 6:45 each night, Byron Stander leaves the building, and only Victoria Timothy remains. She's always the one who locks up. I examined the freshly mopped floors and found footprints that perfectly matched the shoes Isabel is wearing. She wanted Ray, her doofus fiance, to get the promotion she believed he deserved. Weddings are expensive after all, so she took a knife from her kitchen and stabbed Miss Timothy in the gut. Funny, she was stabbed in the stomach when really she was
Stabbed in the back. Stabbed in the back.
Fine, you caught me. I was actually really British this whole time. You know.
No, you
Ha! How do you like them sick hippity hoppity?
Oh, your hip and trashy moves.
I declare Good work on the solve. We both equally did great work. I'm glad we could solve this case together. Friend?
Best friend?
Partner.
Friend.
Acquaintance.
Acquaintance?